Hi, hello, and welcome, Braves baseball fans, to another exciting game where the Braves baseball team takes on the Purcell Marian Cavaliers. And there they go, taking the field out here at the Woodlands. Today's baseball game should be an exciting matchup, and hopefully the Braves can pull this one out. Well, we start off this game about 5 minutes early as coach for the Braves baseball team, Mr. Rizzo, is getting ground rules associated. The Braves baseball team eagerly awaits in the dugout, and it looks like we got a glorious day for baseball. I am Paul Nyhart here with Indian Hill Television Network for another exciting baseball game. Looks like today's starting pitcher is going to be James Smith. Sophomore starter, 6'2", 265, so he'll bring the heat and he'll bring it aplenty today. So I think the Braves baseball team looks psyched and ready for the challenge. All right, as the Cavaliers are doing their infield warm-ups. Crowd's yet to really show here at this stage at the Woodlands, but I expect it'll come. So this should be a real exciting one.
The broadcast on like 25,000 television.
All right. All right, we're still ready to go here. Looks like the ground rules are still being discussed by the umpires. Looks like they're discussing the third baseline. There seemed to be a lot of water beforehand when I was checking out the field. Highly saturated area. You don't want any controversy on that issue before the game even starts. Coaches today for the Purcell Marian Cavaliers is Dan Roberts and Adam Biggs. Looks like Coach Roberts has taken ground rules, and Coach Biggs is just over there in the dugout hanging out, keeping check for the baseball players, making sure they're psyched enough for this baseball game. As I'm joined here by my color commentator, Mr. Hammer. What do you make of this game?
Good CHL time. Have a battle.
And we sure hope so, because it's a glorious day for baseball. It really is. Umpires are discussing matters here with the coaches. Purcell Marian is. Big old James Smith is still warming up his pitchers. Ooh, that one skips up there. Looks like he's still getting the bugs loose, but he'll be all right, I guess. I was talking to the Braves baseball team about James Smith, and they're not to say intimidated, but they respect him to the highest level. He's a sophomore sensation. He'll bring it, and he'll bring it strong. So we're excited to see this kid play. Stats on today's game will be handled by Mr. Hammer. He's our color commentator, and a pretty good one too. So
Are they in here?
get our stats out here. Hey, we're not public access for nothing,
We'll
folks.
figure them out.
We'll figure them out. Let's see here.
Okay. Let's see. Some of the stats for the Braves, and we'll talk about these as we go along during the game. But at this point in the season, the leading hitter with the highest batting average is John Perrin, the all-league catcher, coming in at a .420 batting average. John's had a great season. Really been a mainstay behind the plate there. And then we've got Brandon Hammer. He's at 362 with 3 home runs. Maybe it is 3 home runs. One big one against who'd we beat? That was Wyoming.
I believe it was Wyoming.
Yeah, grand slam there.
Yeah, big CHL game it was.
Right. And then we got senior
Let's go now,
Todd Block
Let's go,
coming in
Block.
at 320.
4-year starter for this Braves team.
Had a great game, great season, hit a home run the very last game. So
Speaking of Todd Block, he's going to lead things off for us today in this baseball game. This baseball game brought to you by Coca-Cola. Always refreshing.
What do you say now, boy? Be a hitter!
And the first pitch, it's a little low, it looks like. And this game is underway. Todd Block not wasting any time getting back in that batter's box. Delivery of the pitch. It swung on right at third. He was playing on the way, takes his time, throws on at first. And one down.
Hey, what do you say, Ham?
good fielding play.
Let's go here. Set that one.
Is Brandon Hammer.
Third
Big
and
old lefty
one.
who's leading the Braves in home runs this year. His
Go,
power hitter.
Ham. Go, Ham. Go, Yacht. Get 31.
Looks like they're playing him as a lefty, maybe a little straight away.
What do you say, 31?
Just to hit a tall field, it seems like.
Here we go, 31.
Strike to the heart of the
All
plate.
right.
He's bringing it up there today, too. You can hear that no sizzle. Maybe it's just the wind. I don't know. But something was sizzling.
All right, watch the break now.
Like he's got good
Yeah,
power
hit
on that fastball.
Check now, stay back on the crap.
Can't watch this one.
Watch the curve now.
Got to protect in this play here. The windup and the pitch. And it's a swing and a miss. He's down. Now Purcell Marian off to a quick start here in this first inning with 2 down, and
Hey, here we go.
their leading hitter, John Parent, up, all city catcher. James Smith is mowing him down here, 1-2. See if he can't dispense with John Parent as he winds up and he pitches. And that ball is grounded. Oh, stop. Nice play by the first baseman. He beats him to first.
Nice play by the pitcher getting over there, Colin.
Yeah, he played that well. And that's the end of the top of the first inning as Purcell Marian Cavaliers are starting at the bottom of the first as they bring the bets out.
Continuing on with some of the stats here, we got Adam Beats coming in the game at 302. He's been DH in most of the season for us. We've got Chris Bunn, a sophomore, at 250. Chris has pitched some good games for the Braves this year. Andre's in at 238. He always bats higher than that. He's come on strong the last few games here, so hopefully we'll see some good action from him.
Starting pitcher today for the Braves staff is, I'd say, pretty clear out their ace, Zumby Sanders. He'll pitch in the low 80s, high 70s, and he'll mix it up. He's got a slide piece that he likes to throw on pretty much any count, and he's got a 2.28 ERA, which at the high school level is more than good. It's great, and he'll throw pretty much any pitch that he has in his arsenal in any count. Then the Braves are going to have a chance of winning today. It's definitely going to be with their ace, and that's usually the case. Leading off for Purcell Marian is David Fairbanks, a junior. And Zummy Sanders continues to warm up. Wouldn't you say, though, that Zummy Sanders is the ace of this staff? I mean, the Braves have struggled throughout this year, but whenever they've looked for a capitalization mark or something like that, they've always looked towards Zummy, I guess.
Yeah, Zummy's a strong sophomore, and he's gotten stronger as the season's gone along. I think he's completed just about every game that he started. I can't remember one where he didn't finish.
You're way off the grass today, okay?
It's unusual to have a sophomore as your leading pitcher, but Zummy's really stepping into it.
Down there, Tom. Down there.
Right, Zummy's, like you were saying, he's got a nice 2.28 ERA. He's pitched against, I believe he's pitched against all these CHL teams. We pitched him against the ace. We'll get back with Zummy as the game goes along here. Chris Bunn has pitched well this year. He won a big game down at Mariemont. We swept the Warriors this year, 2 games, which always makes us happy.
And it seems like, with me being a member of the Indian Hill Baseball Reserve Baseball team, we went 9-2 this year, which we were satisfied with. And it seems like this is a very young Braves baseball team. Although they're struggling, it seems like the future is brighter than the sunshine. And it seems like the good days are ahead for this team. They got John Parent is going to be back next year. Zummy, of course, we mentioned, has got 2 years left, and they got Chris Bunn. Half their pitching staff, it seems like, is sophomores, and the future seems brighter as we start off the bottom of the first inning here with David Fairbanks as Zummy Sanders winds up and pitches with the first pitch of the game, and it's taken a little low. Ball 1. You can just smell the atmosphere here. These two teams are ready and feisty to play as Zummy goes for his second pitch here. Ooh, little outside it looks like, and it's a 2-0 count for David Fairbanks. David Fairbanks is your typical leadoff hitter, 5'10", 175, and He's a real speedster. He might lay one down if he has to, as he takes strike one, and it's a 2-1 count here. Caught the corner, looks like, yeah. Well, Zummy sure not wasting any time. Winding up and throwing it across the plate. And, oh, nice breaking ball way out in front. Yeah. Is there a strength pitch that Zummy really has when he's got that 0-2 count, or, you know, he's looking for that big pitch to strike this guy out, his out pitch, I guess you'd say, or?
Well, Zummy's got a nice curveball. I think he's got a circle change, but I generally think it'd be his fastball.
And it looks like he went with something there, and it just missed as it bounced up. As the count goes full, looks like he might go with the straight stuff here and not mess around with their leadoff hitter. The Braves were retired 1-2-3 at the top of the first, and leading off the bottom of the first for the Cavaliers, David Fairbanks has a full count as Zummy goes with the 3-2 pitch. And it's a swing and a miss. He got him. Nice comeback after being down 2-0 by Zummy Sanders as they turn it around the horn.
Good job again by John Perry.
Let's go now.
Stepping in now is Josh Woods, a senior starter for the Purcell Marian Cavaliers. Real big kid. He's 6 foot, even though I wouldn't believe that. And he takes it on the inside corner. Probably more around 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", somewhere around that ballpark. Yeah. And he's a lengthy guy. I think the Braves will probably pitch him inside. You don't want to get his hands extended. This comes with the 0-1 pitch here. Oh, looks like it's popped up to shallow first baseman. The wind's having a field day with that one. He made a nice catch.
Sure did. He stayed with it, kept it right in, but got it right in bounds. That's great.
It sure is windy out here today, though. That
like
wind,
candlestick or something.
Got 3 calm atmospheres. Nonetheless, Zummy Sanders gets the first 2, and looks like big old James Smith is stepping up to the plate here as the 2 outs at the bottom of the first. Still a 0-0 score. Coach Rizzo's directing his left fielder to play deep.
While staying inside the fence.
Sure. That fence will flip you, though, so you don't want to stay too far back. Yeah. Unfortunately, not from experience. I have been flipped multiple a time, but it builds character nonetheless. Here's the pitch to James Smith again from Zummy Sanders. Nice breaking ball, and he got it over.
Pitch.
Yeah. If he can get that across, it's going to be a long day for this Cavalier team.
Good job, Zummy.
James Smith, though, looks like he's looking for a piece of meat to hit, though. Yeah, looks a little outside. Sure, he's not. You want the count? The count says, well, shucks. I mean, my audience out there probably wants the count, so I'll give it to you. Looks like we got a 2-1 count or something here. Oh, that's cranked. That's gone. That's gone. James Smith has just made this game a 1-0 lead. He was looking for a pitch, and he got it, and he cranked it over the left field wall. Well, yeah, Coach Rizzo was he was looking for his outfield to play deep, but unless you got a giraffe out there as your left fielder, you're not going to catch that one. James Smith's taking his time to round this, and rightfully so, because he knocked the living soup out of that one. Yeah, these Cavaliers are waiting for him here. All right, well, it's 1-0 lead, and it's not the World Series, but hey, they're still cheering, so. Oh, well, I think somebody's going to shake this off. If you look at the stats, it looks like he's still leading the team in Zummy and giving up home runs, but you know, I think the Braves will take that after what he's pitched, because the long ball, I mean, Kurt Schilling's given up the most long balls too this year in the major leagues, but look what he's done for that Arizona team. So.
Right. And Zummy's pitched double the innings of most anybody. He's pitched against the better teams.
Well, following up James Smith, we have Mike Heck, who took a ball outside for his first pitch, 1-0. Zummy winds up here, and it is low again, 2-0. Zummy's probably just maybe a little tight here. It's a fairly chilly day out here at the Woodlands at Indian Hill Baseball Stadium. Get it loosed up here, and they only give up 1 run. It's not the end of the world. 2-0 pitch. Mike Heck swings and misses. Nice, healthy cut on that one.
It's a good sign. Zummy is keeping the ball down good and low. That's a good sign with Zummy.
You get the 2-1 pitch here from Zummy Sanders, and here it is. Oh, it's a breaking pitch. Slice to right field. That ball's breaking. He's not going to get that one.
No.
He rounds first. He's going to go to second, and it looks like he's going to be in there with the stand-up double. That ball just kept slicing away from the right fielder. Looks like that's Andre Willis, yes. He didn't have a chance of that. He came up quick, and he limited that to a double.
Right. Got the ball into his cutoff man. Now we'll see if somebody can get the number 5 hitter here.
That's Ben Sewer, utility player, it seems like, catcher, infield, pitcher, 5'11", 175. He is a veteran for this Purcell Marian Cavalier team. And he takes a strike. 2-out trouble here for Zummy Zanders at the Indian Hill Braves, as after getting the first 2 outs routinely, he gives up a Johnson to big old James Smith and gives it up a double to Mike Hick. He comes in here with the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss. And here's his chance to get out of this mess with only 1 run scored.
All right, Zummy, be smart here now. Way ahead.
Look for something pretty nasty here. I doubt he'd leave it over the plate for him when he's got the count in his favor. Here's the pitch. Ooh, a little low. That's a nice pitch right there. Don't give him a piece of meat when he's, you know.
Yeah, go fish.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Zummy Zanders, and it's going to woo. Hey, all right, a little outside, I guess. Oh boy, I think Zummy wanted that one.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like it. He doesn't show much character out there, but you can see a little smirk or a little dimple pop up. I think he did want that one. 2-2 pitch nonetheless, and ooh, did it brush him? It did, yeah. After being down 0-2, he ends up hitting him. Is it frequent for Zummy to have control problems like this, or is this just first inning blues, you think? Or
just first inning blues, yeah. He, he was ahead in that count. He got that one a little bit too close.
Could just be a little jitters. I don't know. He's on national television for the first time this year.
ESPN.
He's got HTN under his belt, which is the ESPN of Indian Hill Television, or Indian Hill High School. We got Clark Brand under camera, and Chris Lancaster under camera too. He's the all-star, and Clark's the MVP. So they're both great guys. Of course, we have Larry Shields as the producer. Stephen Buskin doing his thing. As that pitch sails wild, John Parent's chasing that down, and he's not going to get anybody. They're going to have 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. And again, the 2-out troubles continue for Zummy Zanders here in the first. That 3rd out's looking even more hard to get now. It's one of those things. Is Matt Barney, a 5'9" outfielder for this Purcell Cavaliers team, is going to look to get the ball in the outfield here and drive in a run. That ball's popped up and out of play. That ball's probably out in the woodlands. That's probably gone. Looks like Matt Feigelson, the backup catcher, is going after that one. Showing good hustle as he hops over a puddle. And there he goes. There comes Zummy pitching from the windup here. No need to rush it. Nice pitch over. He got the breaking ball over, and it looks like it's a 1-2 count. Zummy looks to put him away here and still escape with minor troubles in the first inning. He winds up. And wait, he backs up. Yeah, it's like the ump just called time or
pause in the action there. Did I get that sign right? Yes.
Yeah, it looks like it. Here's the windup in the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss. He tags him out, and there's the 3rd strike. So, 1 run given up after the Johnson by big old James Smith, but no harm done nonetheless. And after 1, the Braves have a 1-0 deficit against the Purcell Marian Cavaliers.
Right, we can get something going here this inning, get some balls flying out of this infield off the pitcher. We'll get right back in the second.
All right, we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with the start of the next inning. Everything you said, so that's good. How we doing there, Stevie? All right, we're back here, and Andre Willis has a hard ground ball to third base. Oh, and he couldn't run it out. He hit that ball so hard that looks like Ben Stewart had enough time to knock that down and still make a nice play on it. 1 pitch, 1 out, and the top of the second inning is Zummy Zanders comes to the plate for this Indian Hill Braves team.
Man, that's unusual. That ball was hit so hard that it actually went back of him. He had time to pick it up and still throw it.
And one thing we're noticing early on is we saw it when Todd Block was up at the plate. It seems like this Purcell Marian team is playing a shallow third base. They're playing it in on the grass, so which probably tells you the Purcell Marian team has a dirt infield, and they're used to quick balls hit to them. As a pitch comes to Zummy Zanders, he takes a strike. We talked plenty about Zemi's pitching, but what do you know so far about his batting in terms of his average and just his overall collective talents and abilities?
Let's see. Zemi's batting right around 200, but he has hit the ball right on the button all season long. He's drove outfielders to the wall, many opportunities. You know, the balls are starting to fall in, but he's hit a lot of line drives this year, so Zemi's a good hitter.
He's behind the count here as big old James Smith pitches, and it's, a little low under the knees as Zemi didn't find his pitch and didn't crank that one out. On deck for this Braves baseball team, looks to be Adam Beats as the pitch comes, and he just got a piece of that one. It looks like the catcher's he's a little
ding there.
Little pain. Sure, he's a catcher, so he should shake it off, or not. I guess I don't really know. The catcher is looks like Jake Sewer. He's oh shucks! It looks like Ben and Jake Sewer are maybe brothers or something here. I guess a play-by-play guy should know that, but you know what? Hey, this is public access. Jake Sewer, number 15, and Ben Sewer are they're brothers. I guess we could have gotten the story behind, and that's pretty neat. I guess maybe at between innings we can get a story on that from one of our story guys and something. So.
Junior and what is it? Junior and a senior. It looks like.
Yeah, junior and a
sophomore.
What do you got? Sophomore and a senior. Yep, sure. Yeah. So it's a nice little feature. Say if Brett Boone was traded back to the Reds and Aaron Boone and Brett Boone were both playing, we'd have that similar situation as we do here. Nonetheless, the 1-2 pitch to Zemi's head. He gets a piece of it. He rolls it down to third base. He makes a barehanded play, and it's offline. And he hits the first. He's gonna be safe at first. Did it go out of play? It's out of play, and it looks like Zemi's going to be awarded second base. Excellent call by my color commentator here. He was right on top of that. Well, in a game like this, you sure could use breaks when you got the other team's ace out there doing his thing. And Zemi gave 110%. You know, sometimes when you don't knock the soup out of the ball and still get a base hit, that just makes you feel all warm and cozy inside, and it can really help you out.
Well, you just commented that the third baseman had been playing in shallow. He was still in shallow. Zemi just put the Jets on there, and good hustle, and the out of bounds over here. It goes straight down that fence. It's not to a tree or something, so the ball is definitely passing.
As the pitch comes in low to Adam Beats, 1-0. Adam Beats this year is he's hitting pretty well. He's the third best hitter on this team average-wise, fourth best team or fifth or something.
Around 302.
About around 302. As he bounces that one, it looks like it hit him foul, yeah. And it's going to be a 1-1 count. Looks like the Braves maybe a little out in front of him here, of big old James Smith tapping the ball a little here and there. Nobody's really gotten good solid contact yet. Hit the ball out of the infield, but I think that'll come eventually. You know, it's only the top of the second as James Smith winds up, pitches, and delivers, and he just blew that one right by Adam Beats. He wasn't ready for that one. Needs to maybe choke up here on this 1-2 pitch. Steps out, look down to Coach Rizzo, this Braves team.
There'd be no sign there, just protect the plate.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and a nice breaking ball to knock him out of here. He rings him up, and it's going to be 2 outs, and here's Steven Sproul back with the chance to knock in the tying run here. Zemi at second base, excuse me. Steven on the air has struggled at the plate. He's got a pretty low batting average, but he's still got the potential to knock one out of the field and drive Zemi in. He takes that one outside for ball 1-0.
He's got a couple doubles this year. We could use one right now.
Sure could. Let's poke one right down the first baseline. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Oh, that's knocked to center field. It looks like that's playable, and it is played in. He knocked it pretty good, but nothing showing here in the top of the second for the Braves. Still 1-0 Purcell Marian as they come to bat in the bottom of the second.
No problem. No problem.
Here's an announcement to make, ladies and gentlemen. Coming soon to you next Wednesday, 6:30 live on Channel 24 for all of you who are viewing this broadcast right now. You are about to witness Foul Ball, the new live call-in sports show in which you have the say with host Paul Neihart. Oh yes, I did say foul ball. And we will have more about that when we return, so don't you worry. We'll have plenty more about that, so take care.
All right, son. Come on now. Clark, we don't know. One fastball. Phil.
All right, bottom of the second inning here, as it looks like it's a ball outside, as we're leading off here with Jake Sewer, the famous brother of Ben Sewer, as we so mentioned before in our broadcast. He takes 2-0 to start off the bottom of the second inning here. He keeps on looking. He's a catcher and the pitcher for the purcell Marian Cavaliers, as he takes low 3-0 again, and it seems like Zummy's control problems are starting off just where they left him at the bottom of the first inning. Looks like maybe a visit from his pitching coach might help heal that one, as he comes in with the 3-0 pitch, as he was taken all the way, and he takes a strike outside corner. 3-1 the count. As I so mentioned before, when we took a rude break, I so really apologize for that. But foul ball is coming to you next Wednesday at 6:30 as Zummy walks the leadoff man. Foul ball is a live call-in show when you can comment about anything you'd want about sports, and maybe you'll get ripped on by me, or maybe you won't. Depends on how stupid you act. And you know what? We'll have a ball, and it's for a half an hour. Just call in, visit me, and you'll have a good old time. So foul ball next Wednesday, 6:30, channel 24. As Zummy, with nobody out and nobody on, or one person on, throws over to first out. Throws over to first here. I got this verbal problem here, and yeah, some stuff. So he gets into his stretch and throws
Big
over to first
lead.
again. Oh, and he threw that one away. That's exactly what he didn't need in a situation like this. But oh, doctor, the runner's on second now, so that's a real kick in the pants for Zummy. He's got to shake that one off with the runner in scoring position, and
Yeah, Derek had no chance for that.
he really didn't. All 6-3 of them, too. Richie Pearson up at bat now for the Cavaliers. Is, if not to knock this runner in, is to look to advance him to third base with nobody out here, and the Cavaliers leading 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Here's the 0-0 pitch, and he's going to bunt. He pulls back, and he's got him in a rundown. Parent throws a second, and it's a call. He's safe. Ooh, wow. Yeah, it looks like he might have missed the tag. Todd Block is protesting the call, but big old 3-7 of the OHSSA's finest just turns his back and casually defers. And looks like Todd's still conferring about the matter. I don't think he tagged him, is what he's saying, but we won't speculate over the matter. As Zummy comes back in with the 1-0 pitch. That bunt he pulled back on there. It looks like they might see a pitch out here. Let's see if they do it now. Right down the plate. That might get through. Brandon Hammer makes a nice stop, but there's not going to be a play. He saved a run there, but he couldn't do much more about that. It's going to be first and third with nobody out for, looks like, Dustin Woods. Brandon, he picked him up and put him down just to get to that ball, but still nothing doing, it seems like.
Save the run for now. We'll see if it means anything here. Infield better be heads up now.
Yeah, Mike Birch is playing pretty deep at third. You might look for a squeeze here or something along those lines. They tried something last at bat. First pitch is low, it gets away, and it looks like the runner's going to advance to second, but there's nothing going on at third. So now it looks like pitching coach for the Braves is going to go out there and just try to calm Zummy down. He missed that by a lot.
Steve Beiser.
Steve Beiser, sure. And with runners in scoring position, 1-0 deficit already, he's just going to make sure everything's all right, as Zummy's not exactly himself this game. But it happens to the best of them, it's one of those things.
Just got to calm down here and try and get it out.
And it's like we mentioned before, he could just have the national TV, the Indian Hill national TV jitters, getting all excited. He sees the cameras flash, and he's got the two best commentators, the IHTN network up here. You can't help but to get excited, but you got to stay within yourself.
That's right.
I think eventually you will. Nonetheless, runners in scoring position, 2 on, nobody out, and a 1-0 count to Dustin Woods. Zummy from the stretch. Pitches, and that looks a little outside. He hesitated. He wanted to call that one. As the wind is picking up here, this is definitely a pitcher's day to pitch, as the wind is blowing in. So probably you'd think with Steve Beiser told him to get out there, get across and play, and let your fielders do the trick. As a ball again bounces up there. Nice block by John Perrin.
John's working hard. Okay, Zummy. Come way back now.
Zummy pitching behind in the count. He comes from the stretch. eyes the runners and pitches. And that's low, ball 4. So the bases are going to be juiced now. Nobody out. And it's going to be David Fairbanks, the top of the order again for the Purcell Marian Cavaliers as they look to get a big old lead here at the beginning of the game as the wind continues to pick up and as this color commentator, play-by-play commentator, whatever, starts to get very, very cold. But nonetheless, still, bases loaded, nobody out. Somebody's in still pitching from the stretch. First pitch in and a swing and a miss by David Fairbanks.
We got Derek pulled in on this. I think he probably wants to have the mic. I don't know if Mike's probably pull your first and third baseman in a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing him on the corners. And that one's a little low to even the count at 1-1. Looks like David Fairbanks is swinging an Easton bat there. Looks like a pretty heavy piece of artillery. He's probably looking to have that connect the ball and have it go away very far away with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the second inning. That's probably his plan. He connects, and that is 2. Oh, that's going to get through. 1 run's going to score, and they're going to hold up the runner at third as that ball gets by Stevens Proback, but no harm done. And the runner and the walks in the hits are starting to mount as the bases remain loaded as David Fairbanks drives in a run for this Purcell Marian Cavalier team. 2-0 still bottom of the second, and still nobody out. David Fairbanks pulls through with a nice grounder just by Mikey Birch. I thought he might have gotten that one.
Yeah, it was close. That was close. He just put the ball in play. Good things happen.
Looks like time's going to be called here as Josh Wood steps up for his second at bat in just as many innings. Once again, I mentioned prior to the broadcast just how special this IHTN team is, and as I mentioned before just a few moments ago, I was extremely cold, and my director / guy, Stephen Buskin, just delivered me a coat, which is severely appreciative. So if he's listening out there, which hopefully he is, I just like to give him a big old hug right now. Anyway, seems like Josh Woods is still banging in there as he takes the ball a little outside. It seems like Zummy wanted that one too. We got a 1-1 count here, sure. Still using that 777 bat again that it seems like David Fairbanks used. 777 bat's one of the hardest alloy bats out there in the business. Zummy coming in with the 1-1 pitch. A breaking ball, smash to center field. That's going to get 1 run in. That's going to get 2 runs in. That's going to get he goes for the third. Oh, and it's going to be runners at first and third with nobody out as 2 runs cross the plate. And Purcell Marian widens their lead to 4-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Zummy left a pitch out over the plate, and Josh Woods knew what to do with it. And he hit a hard single to center field to get 2 ribbies across the board.
Nice drive to center there.
He knows up the plate now. We've seen this guy before. Big old James Smith. He's given the Braves bats trouble, and he's given the outfielders trouble as he gave Zummy Sanders a sprained neck as he just totally launched the ball over the left field wall. And as we mentioned, if they had a giraffe out there, they'd still have some problems. But nonetheless, you know he's going to be jumping on this first pitch probably. Runners hold. Oh, and he swung and missed at a high heat. He did Zummy a favor there.
Must have sounded like a strike.
Yeah. And he's using that 777 bat again. That's a heavy piece of artillery, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give you that much. It's a hot cellar down at Dick's Sporting Goods, where they sell the best and service the rest. And so does A.E. Doorsells as he fouls one back. Of course, we're not supposed to advertise on public access, but I figure that you know what. Why not? You know, it's just one of those things. Hey, we got an 0-2 count here on James Smith. And Zummy could put this guy away. And it's a smash by Mike Birch again. That is going to get another run home, and it is a 5-0 lead for this Purcell Marian team. Well, an 0-2 pitch, and he left it over again for their heavy hitter. And he once again knew what to do with it. And to their credit, they're getting the pitches a hit. And you know what? They're just hitting them, and they're hitting them well.
Turn now, turn block.
It's a game of inches down there. Mikey almost had that one too.
Yeah, at least he's getting dirty down there. If you're going to make a play, you might as well get dirty. All right, here's the pitch again, and that's going to be low. It's 1-0. Another problem Zummy's having is he's starting to get behind the count early. And as he mentioned to me before when I was talking to him during chemistry class when we were supposed to be doing something else, he told me that, as he hit him. Yeah, he's having control problems. And he told me that when he pitches behind the count, he usually has problems, and as every pitcher does. things are starting to get rustling down here underneath us in the Braves dugout as they're getting Chris Bunn warmed up, it looks like, on the pitcher's mound. So before this one gets too out of hand, then some stuff starts to happen. As once again the bases are juiced with, as I've mentioned so before, nobody out. The Braves here are just looking for some outs to get as they're playing double play depth. Here's the pitch, and that's a strike. Zummy could use a strikeout here, but bottom of the second, 5-0 lead. You just need some outs, and hopefully the bleeding will stop at some point.
Pull the infield in and hope you get something here.
Here comes Zummy's pitch, and it's a little low to even the count at 1-1. Beautiful day for baseball here at the Woodlands. It's cold, as I mentioned, but I'm not cold anymore thanks to Stephen Buskin. Here's at low 2-1. It's a little windy out here, but it's just a beautiful day for baseball. You got the woods in the background, and the grass is freshly cut. And the trees are blowing, and birds chirping, and just can't help but smile. But the scoreboard's not smiling for the Braves as that one is launched to left center field. Left fielder Steven Sproback is under it. He's got it. They're going to attack from third. Here's the play at home. It's going to be not cut off. It's going to go through, and it looks like that run is going to score to make it a 6-0 game. Well, Zummy Xander's got his out, but it cost him a run as looks like Josh Wood scored all the way from third. Yeah, that's a long 90 feet, you know. And it's going to be a 6-0 lead for this Purcell Marian team as Zummy got his out, but it cost him. Nonetheless, though, it's going to be Matt Barney for his second at bat, and once again, just as many innings as he looks for Zummy's sign. As we mentioned, Chris Munn still warming up down there in the bullpen, getting the old arm loose as Zummy pitches, and it's over the plate for a strike. 0-1. Starting to get ahead in the count again. That's a good sign, but looks like the damage has already been done.
Still runners on first and second.
Wind up and the pitch inside off the mid of John Perrin, but nobody's going anywhere. James Smith thought about it out there, but decided, you know what? 6-0 lead, why risk it? Give them the out. You know, they're having trouble already, and smart decision by him. Yeah, this Braves team might have had the fire out of their belly. This dugout, which was once pelting me with sunflower seeds, has now calmed down, so seems like they're staying calm in this situation, but this Purcell Marian team they're pretty fired up. As rightfully so, they get a 6-0 lead. 2-1 count. Zummy Xanders winds up, delivers, and it's a line drive into right field. That's going to drop. They're going to hold up James Smith at third, and it's going to be bases loaded once again with one out. As looks like one of the famous Sewers is going to get up here, and he's going to be hitting with the bases loaded, as many Cavaliers have this inning. And he does have to wonder if it's a matter of pitches now for Zummy Xanders. As Chris Bunn looks ready to go down there in the bullpen, and looks like that's what Coach Rizzo was talking about.
I made a pretty good play there.
He sure did.
He almost got him at first.
Yeah. Looks like we might have had a lollygagger down the first baseline, but you know, even sometimes you can get away with that stuff. At least that's what Barry Bonds tells me. That pitch is outside, and it gets away from Perrin, but it no harm done there. 1-0 is going to be the count. Our scoreboard today brought to you by Indian Hill Television Network, the most comprehensive television network in the country. That is student run. You get the best set of commentators in the country or something. Of course, that is an opinion, and on the public access, we can't express opinions, but we cannot advertise, which, of course, is a kick in the pants, but we fight through it anyway. Looks like a 2-0 count now to one of the famous Sewers, as he looks for the pitch, throws, and he checks in time. It's ball 3. This Purcell Marian team is being very patient, and it's paying off for them as they have a 7-0 lead here in the bottom of the second with just one out. Now, Mr. Hammer, you've seen plenty of Braves games this year, and is this typical for them? Are they still developing that they have trouble early in the stage of the game, or? I try to say that as pretty as I could, as it counts against the 3-1.
They're just such a young team that you know, they just got to battle through some of these things. We'll talk about their pitching as we go along here, but it's a very young pitching staff, and this Purcell Marian's good. I mean, they're in the strike zone, and they're hitting some good balls.
Yeah, somebody just walked in around here.
Yeah.
Looks like that's going to be it. He's going to go with the lefty.
Yeah.
And it looks like Chris Bunn's going to come in, and Zummy Xanders gave a good effort, and maybe I'm speaking too soon. But no, and he's going to hit the showers. It's a clappable effort for Zummy Sanders, who's been this ace of the Braves staff all year, but he just didn't have it today.
Right.
Crowd gives him a warm applause. All 6 of them, I guess. I don't really know what's going on here. It's a gorgeous day out here. Attendance problems are widespread across baseball, but. And you know what? We'll take a quick timeout. After this, on the Indian Hill Television Network, Brave Baseball Network. And we're back here as Chris Bunt comes on or leaves Zummy Sanders. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Purcell team as they take a ball that is going to be Richie Pearson here, an infielder for the Purcell team, as he has the bases juiced and the Ducks are on every base as he's looking to give this team a bigger lead than it is, 7-0. As Chris Bunt winds and evens the count at 1-1.
Back it up, man. Back it up, man.
During the break, my esteemed colleague, Mr. Hammer, was overlooking the stats, and it seems like, although they're not Zummy-like stats, Bunt has been a good addition for the Braves baseball team this year in terms of ERA and whatnot.
Yeah, good sophomore pitcher. Had a great outing against Marian. Complete game the last game. Beat him like 7-3, 7-4, something like that, and battled, through a few fielding mistakes in that, but Chris had some strikeouts, and it's a different look from Zummy, so hopefully we'll get that little boost we need here now.
He's still having some control problems. At 3-1, we still won out. At this stage of the game, you just want to get the ball across the plate, as the Braves are failing to do. And it's been a while since this Braves team has played a baseball game. The typhoons we've had over the past week, it's as that ball is slow again, it's the Braves walk home another run. The rain might have just subsided this team. It could have been rusty. It's AP exams. I'd hate to make excuses, which of course I'm not doing. I'm just stating what could be the fact, and maybe I'm just rambling on. I don't know, but it's 8-0 nonetheless for this Purcell Marian team.
We just flat out got to get the ball to the plate and let our fielders try and help us here.
Yep. Chris Bunt's pitching from the windup. Directs towards the plate, and he pitches a strike. Getting ahead in the count early, 0-1. Still 1 out here. The Braves look like they're back, looking to turn 2 here. The corners are in a little. At least Derek Barnes is. Oh, and he blows that one right by him. 0-2 here with 1 out. And a strikeout would be big for this Braves team, as you just want to get back into the dugout and get the bats going. Your pitching might not be here today, but you know what? Just take it slowly. The 0-2 pitch from Chris Bunt, and it's going to be, it's a high fly ball to center field. I mean, way up there.
It's going to be a tough play.
And it's caught, and it looks like a tag at third, and they hold up.
If we catch it.
And it goes over John Perrin, and there's still no harm done. That took a nasty hop there, yeah. Little mustard on the hot dog there from the center fielder.
Good throw.
Good throw, nice catch.
The guy on third think, and Chris covered home to help Perrin. So see if we can get out of this now.
Just missed that pitch. That ball was a mile in the air and probably brought down some dew, some moisture, a little precipitation. Nonetheless, it looks like the David Fairbanks is going to get up as the Purcell Marian Cavaliers have batted around in this inning. As that third out is still without reach from this Braves team as he takes ball away. As we failed to mention before, we have the umpires for today's game. The plate umpire is Tim Dougherty, and the bases is Terry Brink, OHSA's finest. And as the pitch comes in, it's a swing and a miss from David Fairbanks. 1-1. Chris Bunt has come on to get the elusive second out, and if he can get the final out here and say a job well done, and maybe this Braves team can get the bat going. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss. 1-2 as he looks to put away David Fairbanks.
Keep the ball down, Chris.
Seems like he's got a nice sinking action on that fastball. He's got a little. He throws the 1-2 pitch. It's grounded hard by Mike Birch. They're going to hold him up at third, and a run is going to score again to make this one a 9-0 game. This is quickly turning into a good old-fashioned butt whooping for this Purcell Marian team, and the Braves have not gotten too many chances to bat. That third out has come costly for the Braves team this afternoon, and rightly so. They're playing a very, very well-prepared and good Purcell Marian baseball team. You got to hand it to them.
Yeah, Mike doesn't know whether to go left or right, man. Them balls are sailing by him down there.
You might all be wondering, our listeners that are still with us, the mercy rule at this stage is a 10-run rule by the 5th inning. So even though we are in the bottom of the 2nd, you still have 3 more innings to listen to my beautiful voice. So stick around, grab a brew from the fridge if you're watching, get a bag of pretzels or something, sit back, relax, and just enjoy this taped broadcast. I think you really enjoyed. As the 0-1 pitch comes in to Josh Woods. As we mentioned before, 6 foot might be kind of hairy, as he looks like a probably a 6'1", 6'2" guy. But nonetheless, it's 0-1. Here comes the windup and the pitch from the lefty Chris Bunn. And he was way out in front of that one, and he fouls it off to make it 0-2. Well, Bunn was ahead in the count to this last batter, and he lost him on a hard single to left. But let's see if you can't put it away here in 0-2 with the bases juiced in a 9-0 Purcell Marian team. Touchdown Bengals, that's the team we're going.
Mike is deep at third now, man.
Here's the 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball that is just outside, and it seems like Chris Bunn took a couple of steps to the dugout, but then he just shook it off, and it's going to be a 1-2 count. Tim Daugherty's not really calling that outside pitch today. It looks like he's calling the high strike, and just anything pretty much over the plate. You know, it's just that thing near, you know, in that area. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It gets through. They're going to have a play at the plate. Here comes the tag. Oh, and he's going to be in. Here's the third, and he's safe. All hands are safe as the 10th run scores in this game, as it is a double-digit lead for the Purcell Marian Cavaliers. Well, that ball just got away from Chris Bunn, and Perrin couldn't recover it, and good heads-up base running by the Purcell Cavaliers. And that puts the lead to double digits now. It's looking kind of hairy for this Braves baseball team.
Yeah, I thought John might have had that in time, but he thought he had a better shot to tag the runner at home, but just didn't work out.
Looks like he's even in the count now as he 2-2 pitch as he tries to put this away and try to just stop the bleeding for this Braves baseball team, and he just gets a piece of it and fouls it off.
Come on now, Sacks. Come on, Chris Bunn.
Touchdown, Megan. Once again, this Indian Hill Television Network taping is brought to you by Indian Hill Television Network, the most comprehensive student-run television network in the country. As Chris Bunn throws his pitch, it's grounded hard to Mike Birch. He fields, he throws, he picks, and that is the elusive third out.
Nice throw.
Well, at the end of 2nd, the Braves have a 10-0 deficit. We'll be back. And we're back here at the top of the 3rd inning when the Braves are trying to come back from this 10-0 deficit as they break out the metal stuff. As James Smith delivers a first pitch strike to number 37, Barnesy. Looks like Barnes is wasting no time getting back, and Derek Barnes takes strike 2 right across the plate. And James Smith isn't messing around at all. He's just throwing bullets across the plate as he's just throwing seeds, and these Braves hitters are being a little too patient. Here's this strike 2 pitch. Breaking ball. Nice job of fighting that off by Derek Barnes.
Man, that was really a change of pace. Yeesh.
Me and my esteemed colleagues were discussing over break that maybe the reason for this Brave team is they are inexperienced. Is that maybe they have, as Derek Barnes swings and misses and strikes out, is that the presence or lack of a marching band is maybe causing the chemistry of this team to falter. And you'd think that the marching band shows up for the football games and the basketball games, but there are no shows at the baseball games, and that lack of excitement from the tuba and the French horn might just make this team a little flat. Maybe I'm off my hinges here as Michael Burke takes ball 1, 1-0. But you'd think, when I was playing, JV baseball, I was up at bat and I was thinking I could use a tuba guy right now, but maybe I'm just off my hinges. As it's 2-0 count to Michael Birch. You ever thought about that? Playing any of the games, and you could just as that is hard grounded foul ball down the first baseline or third baseline. Excuse me.
I don't think you'll find too many people arguing with you. Band's always nice wherever they show up there.
Especially when they got the big uniforms and the pointed hats and all that stuff, the feather things. I don't know what's up with that, but hey, I'm the play-by-play. I'm not supposed to know anything. I'm just supposed to say them as I call them and call them as I see them. So here's a 2-1 pitch, and it's waved by Michael Birch to even the count at 2-2. There's no question about it. This James Smith, the pitcher in the slugger, is probably one of the best sophomores in the city, as the scouting report was from this Brave team, as he just blows one right by Michael Birch, as that is the second out in this third inning. And that makes a lot of strikeouts for him right now. That's 2 in this inning, and yeah, that's probably just a lot of them. As Todd Block comes to the plate here for his second at bat this game.
I think I've seen this kid in summer ball. I think he might play on a team called the Spikes in the summer.
I wouldn't doubt it. As he pitches his first pitch outside to Todd Block, who was taking on that. We got a 10-0 deficit here for the Braves at the top of the third. Makes it 1-0 in the count. There's low. 2-0 is the count. So Todd Block's probably going to be taking this pitch here. Maybe right now the Braves just need base runners, and they need a lot of them. And they just take it one day at a time. 7-inning game. 2-0 pitch right down the heart of the plate. 2-1, and he indeed was taken all the way. Just don't want to get antsy here. 2-1 pitch from James Smith. And it's grounded to third base. It's a fair ball. Up, throws, and over. Well, it's easy up, easy does it for this James Smith and the Purcell Marian team. And middle of 3, 10-0 Purcell Marian.
Nice fielding play by third baseman.
As the Braves come back to take the field here. As you see, it is a glorious day here at the Indian Hill Baseball Stadium, the Woodlands, as this Braves team is looking to come back. But as for now, we're going to take a quick break and enjoy some soft drinks. 10-0, middle of the third. I'm getting anxious here, Stevie. Come on. Well, here's the man of the hour for this Purcell Marian team as he leads off here and takes ball 1. Big old James Smith, who's pitching, hitting, and slugging. Yes, he sure is. And that's ball 1 to James Smith, as this game is 10-0, and it's a very, very long game and stuff. As this Brave defense is anxiously awaiting a pitch. And so am I. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's a strike, 1-1. Can't help but notice the multi-dimensional outfield here. I've played a lot of fields in the reserve baseball team, and this is probably one of the funnest stadiums that the GCL or the Cincinnati area offers. And it's that's why we call it the Woodlands. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and a healthy cut from James Smith as he weighs on that one. And I think he was looking to just get a single out of that one, don't you think, Mr. Hammer?
Yeah, man, that wind is still leaving the stadium, man. That was a real swing there. So I guess this is going to be more of a parking lot for equipment or whatever next year.
And that's a swing and a miss, and James Smith is down for the first time in this game. So the Braves' third inning gets off to a good start. As there goes the name of the umpires. And we don't need that anymore.
It's a gone.
And we got Mike Keck here, the infielder, junior, and we got the national anthem in the background here. Looks like there's a track meet, but yeah. That's another thing we're missing. We don't even have a national anthem at this baseball game, but the marching band would take care of that. Here's the 0-0 pitch. That's grounded in the hole. Todd Block fields. He throws. Hard throw. Nice scoop, and it's beats him by half a step.
Good throw. Nice scoop by Derek Barnes.
Nice all-around play there. Deep in the hole. Todd Block throws. The seed right the first. 2 gone here in the third inning. They're doing the announcers a favor and picking this one up, even though we just love doing this stuff. And it's the it's IHTN at its finest.
A senior combination for the out there.
Looks like Ben Sewer, one of the famous Sewer family, is hopping into the plate here. He eyes the first pitch from Chris Bunn, breaking ball over for a strike, 0-1. Chris Bunn seems to be settling down, and so does this Braves team in the bottom of the third here as they get 2 quick outs to start off. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Chris Bunn as he takes his windup and delivers. And that is hit sharply to second base. Brandon Hammer has that routine play, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So the Braves go 1-2-3 defensively, of course.
All right.
And this 3rd inning as they go to the 4th as they try to get the bats going. Brandon Hammer will lead off for him. And at the end of 3, 10-0 Cavalier.
On that.
Leading off the top of the 4th inning here for the Braves is Brandon Hammer as he takes eye from James Smith as we play the music too. That's what we do at IHTN. We don't just give you commentary, we play music too. That's
is that band?
It's not the marching band. It'd do us a favor because if we had a band, we wouldn't have to play the music, and we could give good old trusty Larry Shields a day off from work. You know, he's had a nice 4-year career at IHTN. Brandon Hammer ahead in the count. Takes a strike, and it looks like 1-1. The scoreboard's a little slow today, and the umpire doesn't ever say the counts yet. Somehow I'm supposed to say my thing. As James Smith wastes absolutely no time. Delivers a ball low. Looks like he might want to slow down his windup here.
It's 3-1 now.
3-1,
yeah,
sure.
They got to catch up.
Yep. 3-1 pitch to Brandon Hammer. He's looking to drive this ball, and he drives it right up the middle. Hard hit.
Good hit.
Clean, solid single to the first base guy or something.
Right past the shortstop there, so first runner on, maybe we can build here now.
Second hit of the game for the Braves after Zummy Zanders dribbled one down the 3rd base line. First solid base hit. Looks like Andre Willis is getting a little comfy at the plate, and he's looking to possibly get the Braves on the scoreboard here. Look for Brandon Hammer to possibly steal a base, get something going here for this Braves offense. He's not going. Andre Willis dribbles one to third. Parent dribbles one to third. He goes, and it looks like they turn 2. Wow, that was a close play at first. If we could see a replay on that one would be great. They turned that one well, but it was a close play at first. Parent hustled down the line as my roster flies away too. And he gave everything he had, but nicely turned double play. Play goes 6-4-3 or 5-4-3, and it's quickly 2 out. Thanks. As I get my roster back. And here's Andre Willis, who we were so anticipating before, as he checks in time, it seems like, 1-0.
If it's not nailed down, it's leaving the area.
The wind still picks up as Andre Willis takes a first strike, 1-1. Well, that double play was big for James Smith because races the base runner and 2 outs here. As we mentioned before, the Braves need base runners and they need them bad. Yeah, it's one of those things. 2-1 count now. Andre Willis. Here's the pitch, and it's high, ball 3.
Parent's quick. That's hard to double him up.
It sure is. 2 bouncer down to 3rd, and he knew what to do with it.
Yeah, 3rd baseman smooth.
Just beat him by a hair. If you saw that replay, you're one of the lucky few because up in the IHTN booth we didn't, but that's all right because that's a hard grounder to second, routine for him, but this IHTN crew is still one of the finest. But at the middle of the 4th, 10-0 Purcell Marian. And you know what that means? That means a quick TO so we can go freshen up. And take it. Bottom of the 4th inning. Leading off is Matt Barney. As the first pitch is taken right across the heart of the plate. Strike 1, 0-1. As Chris Bunn continues to get ahead of these headers. Still 10-0 as the Braves got retired in order. And the top of the 4th, as yet their bats remain silent. Here's the windup in the 0-1 pitch from the lefty Chris Bunn. And that's fouled back and off the chest pad of the ump. Yep, he took it like a man, right off the pad, no big deal. Happens all the time. It's an 0-2 count as Chris Bunn maintains his presence and hangs out at the mound. It's a 10-0 lead. The Braves are going to have one more chance to get on the board here before the umpire says, all right, you've had enough beating, and we're going to call the mercy rule. 0-2 pitch, and that remains outside. The mercy rule is in effect after 5 innings, so if the Braves can't get on the scoreboard, they're going to be mercied, and that's a real shame to see, you know.
Is the JV season over?
The JV season is over, in fact. We finished 9-2. We had many rainouts, and we finished strong as that ball is checked into the fence, and oh boy, one of his teammates must have stolen a sunflower seeds or big league chew because he was aiming for him, but I'm sure there was no harm intent, of course. But nonetheless, it was just a strike. But yes, the JV season is over. We finished a strong 9-2, and finished well in the CHL. I think we finished second, and I think it's fair to say that our future is bright on the Indian Hill varsity baseball staff. The 1-2 pitch from Chris Bunn is hammered to Mike Birch, and it's by him again. He's diving all over the place, and the balls are just out of his reach, and he's getting a good effort down there, but they're just, I've never seen so many balls out of a guy's reaches, barely, but yeah.
Right, he's play in, play back, play up, play wherever, man. They're coming to him.
It's the hot corner, and that's why. Well, here comes Jake Sewer, one of the famous Sewers again, and he's looking just to get something to hit here, just to drive, and maybe to hit another Johnson here. Or no,
Chris has got a good pickoff move.
That's taken a little high. It's 1-0. During our break, our esteemed colleague Stephen Buskin at the Indian Hill Television Network studios brought us 2 refreshments, and we just like to thank him over the air that we are deeply appreciative of the beverages. And hopefully he'll receive the message. As the 1-0 pitch is hammered down to third. He goes to second for 1. Goes on to first, and that is by him, but it looks like it's going to be stopped. But they got the lead runner nonetheless.
Good play by Mike.
Good play by Mike.
Brandon tried to turn it over, just couldn't quite connect.
And even if that throw was there, I don't know if he would have got him in time because he had to rush the throw. And would have been a nice play, but the ball wasn't hit hard enough for it to be a double play. So
Kid's got wheels. So we got 1 out.
1 out now. Looks like we got a Richie Pearson up there. Wind continues to blow. Here's the first pitch. And that's bounced up there. Nice stop by John Parent as he closed in his shoulders and blocked that ball and didn't let anything get by him there. 1-0 is the count.
Got all his equipment on today. He's all right.
Just keeping it fresh there, just stretching it out. No big deal. One-0 pitch coming from Chris Bunn as he steps onto the rubber. Eyes the man at first base. Winds up and delivers. And it's taken for a strike. 1-1. It looks like Chris Bunn's starting to calm himself down up there. He's not rushing anything, taking his time. And he's pitched very well since coming on to relieve Zombie Zanders, who had a heck of a day at the ball yard. But you know what? It happens to the best of them. It really does. Here comes the break-even pitch, 1-1, and that's taken outside. 2-1. As the wind continues to blow, I was watching these shot put guys out there in the track field, and they were just sailing them away. This is probably a shot put guy's dream, and the ball would fly out of here today, and I'm sure James Smith would tell you one that just hit a towering shot out of here. So the count goes to 3-1. James Smith is the star in the making, from what I hear. God, I don't think I've ever seen a ball hit that far in my life, except actually at Reds games and stuff, but not at a high school game, you know. I'm a reserve guy, so I don't see too much action. But anyway, here's a 3-1 pitch, and it's hammered right through the wickets of Mike Birch. That one goes in the left field, and it looks like runners are going to be in first and second. A hard-hit ball that Mike Birch had trouble handling, and it looks like we're going to wait to see what the scorers have to say about that. It looks like the scorers are still making a decision, and we'll let you know, of course. Just be patient with us. For you of us scoring at home, I guess.
It's like a magnet down there. It's coming right at Mike.
And it looks like Ricky Ross is going to get his first at bat of the game. Big, tall, lengthy 6'3" guy. Fouls his first pitch back, strike 1.
It's important that we stop him here in case we can get a run next inning and keep this game going on.
And here's a strike one pitch from Chris Bunn, who's taking his time, as we mentioned again. And there's the strike two pitch as he waves at one. Looks like the Purcell Marian team is definitely favoring the 777 bat. The 777 bat features the highest alloy, the strongest alloy bat, and works well for him today. If you put dent the plate 10 times, you got to be doing something right. And usually you look at the artillerian. It's 0-2 pitch with as the umpire calls time. Either that or he wants a high five. It looks like it's just time.
It's 1 out.
1 out.
Yep.
Yep. I always wondered when the umpires call time if they just want a high five or not. And that off-speed pitch is pulled foul by about 10 feet down the third baseline, as it looks like John Parent's going to go out there and just talk about something with him, probably baseball-wise. Probably just a little mix-up there. He probably wasn't looking for the curveball. He was probably just looking for something hard. But nonetheless, down in the bullpen, we got Phil Battle, who's warming up. Might be coming on to relieve Chris Bunn after he did a good job. For those of you wondering out there just how many outs there are, we have an 0-2 count and 1 out. Not 2 or 3, but 1. And that ball is taken outside, 1-2.
Phil's also another sophomore, so it's going to show the strength of the team for the years to come here.
This year's class of freshmen on the reserve team was also very strong. We had, of course, that ball is grounded to Todd Block. He flips on to first for 1. Second to 1, back to first. A double play. 6-4-3. That was nicely turned.
Well done. Nice flip by Todd, handing it to Brandon nicely, and Brandon got a good throw over there. Good stretch by Derek at first.
Just what the doctor ordered. And the Braves are going to need to get the bats out if they want to stop from getting mercied, and I'm sure they know that. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? It's the middle of it's the top of the 5th, huh? And we'll be right back. And Chris Bunn up to bat here as he takes a first pitch strike from James Smith, who's looking to go the distance here as he comes up with the 0-1 pitch, and it's taken low for ball 1 as the count evens 1-1.
Chris is hitting 250 for the year, but he's had a good year. He's walked 10 times, so Chris got a good eye up there.
As he takes outside for ball 2. Braves are looking to get something going here. Just chalk some crooked numbers up there on the guest side of the board. Funny we mentioned that the Braves, although on their home field, are away today, as Chris Bunn takes just outside for ball 3, and he does indeed have a good eye, as that ball might have caught Black, but he still is ahead of the count, 3-1. 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed, as that got the best of the umpire. Looks like he's talking a little smack to the catcher, too, for not catching that. But
he's saying, I doubt if you'll get another call today.
Make sure the pad's there, I guess. All right, all full now. 3-2 on Chris Bunn. James Smith winds up, and he delivers. And that is fouled back right towards us, and it's going to be out of play. That's going to set off some car alarms, I'm sure. Put a little dents in there, make the car guys happy. But Chris Bunn stays alive here at 3-2. James Smith winds up eventually, and he delivers. And that's going to be low for ball 4. And Chris Bunn works the count and gets himself on base. So there's the Braves.
That's the runner we need.
That's their first runner on there. And if they can avoid the double play, something could get cooking. Before you know it, you could have one of those things.
We need one of those things here, yes. Big run would be nice. Prolong this thing.
And it beats Zion that left field wall like he wanted to hit the ball over it. And usually, as a rule, I'm heard, if you do hit the ball over that, it is a home run.
Sprovac next. Okay, Adam, you got to do your job and move him over here.
Adam takes a first pitch low, ball 1, and it's almost like James Smith, by his body language out there, and maybe just a little sizzle on his fastballs, loses some heat, and it looks like they're warming him up in the bullpen. In case if you are wondering again, we have a 1-0 count and nobody out, with Chris Bunn taking a lead off there at first base, short lead off. The Braves aren't probably going to try to run here with 10-run deficit. Just need base runners and lots of hits, which would need a lot of contact of the bat and the ball and a lot of luck. And you know what? Eventually you'll have what? One of those things. One of those things. That's it. 0-1 counts. Oh, that's cranked. That's going to get in there. That's going to get in there. All right. Well, all right. First runners on first and second here. Stevens throw back up and
solid hit over second base.
Sure, no cheapy. And looks like the Braves, although late, are starting to get something cooking here.
Well, Steven is one of the kids on this team that can bunt. So we'll see what we got on our mind here.
And of course, me being on the reserve team, I do know the signal for bunt, but it's a pact we made not to give it away. But he's swinging away here, so I'll give you that clue. And I can't really see him too well either. So as I start to sneeze here, so don't panic if I bail out on you. And there I go.
Foul, baby. No.
And there we go. Just had to get that one out. As Steven Soderbeck hit one hard, but it hung up for the center fielder. But it's one out now, and it looks like it's going to be Derek Barnes up at the plate. Runners on first and second. Braves desperately need some runs here. They want to stay in this one. He takes outside corner, strike one, 0-1.
But Chris get a lead out there.
Second baseman's trying to keep him close by slapping his glove. And if you watch that, watch a Little League World Series, that seems to be all the international teams do that glove clapping technique, which is, I don't know if that does too much, but in my experiences with the JV baseball team, I've never really been fazed by that. But I've never really been on base much either, so that's, I guess it's from the dugout, I guess it wouldn't look too scary. But nonetheless, a 1-2 count from Derek Barnes.
That's maybe it's when they kick dirt at you, you know, maybe that'd be more.
Or pelt sunflower seeds at you.
Yeah.
But it's usually when you flip over fences and, you know, you get the other team taunting you for that, you know, you don't have much room to talk. But nonetheless, we got a 2-2 count on Derek Barnes. Still 10-0 Purcell Marian. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Strike three. Derek Barnes was on that pitch. He was just a little behind it and ended up striking out. And it looks like it's going to be up to pinch hitter John Kladakis here to drive in these runners. It's 2 out now, and looks like he's going to be their only hope if they want to get some crooked numbers on the board. And seeing the fat lady still sitting over there singing, or don't let her sing or something. I don't really like that quote much.
We could get him. We got Todd coming up. So. Oh, yeah.
He takes that ball at the knees for strike one, 0-1. 2 outs here, and still their only hope. John Kladakis looking for that hit, looking for that single, looking for that crooked number. 0-1 pitch, and that is swung on and missed. You can tell he's blown it by him. If you could see on the replay there, his back foot just gave out. He's not quite ready for that heat. It's 0-2, and he's at the mercy of James Smith right now. I'm looking for the breaking stuff, or he might just go Powder River and blow it right by him. He went with Powder River, but it was low. If that's not fast enough for you, I'm sorry. But it's a 1-2 count with 2 outs. My esteemed colleague Clark Bryn to my right, hanging out there with the ladies. Come on, Clark, get on the camera. That baby. And that is taken. Strike 3 at the knees. And that is our ball game. Purcell Marian comes into the Indian Hill Woodlands, plays a great game, and today the experienced, more developed team wins 10-0. Well, for Denny Does Protection, Stephen Buskin and Larry Shields, along with Mr. Hammer and Paul Neihart here, we say so long with cameraman Clark Bryn and Chris Lancaster from the Woodlands. Thanks for joining us today on Indian Hill Television Network's Baseball Braves Dial.